Hey everybody, this is Soul Train, and this is part 2, the detailed breakdown to the previous video of critical issues with King Dedede. If you've not watched that, please click here, otherwise keep watching. Oh, and I've listed all of these specifics on Smashboards. I'll put a link in the description and you can see for yourself. Now, I want to be clear about one thing. This is not whining or complaining or being defeatist. I love this character and think he's a blast to play. Because of that, I have put considerable time into researching and explaining this character for others, and I will continue to do so, whether he gets a patch or not. Now, that's just me, but I think you and I can both agree that we love Super Smash Bros., that it's a really fun game to play, and we want it to be fun for everyone. In reality, that's impossible for everybody, and I get that. And I also get that there are lots of other characters that also need patches. I agree, but this video is about Dedede, about some of the issues he has, and the idea is we have to fix them. This is trying to make a change on something I care about, and I think that's worth spending time on. So, let's go back. To summarize most of the previous video, it's that King Dedede can't play close, can't play far away, and can't kill safely or beat shield. What does this mean in specific? What moves would we like to see changed? I'm glad you asked. Let's jump in. First, with such a slow dash attack, Dedede does not have that critical am I going to dash attack or grab mix-up that most other characters have. This means that running leaves Dedede very vulnerable, even though it's his fastest movement option. Dash attack is incredibly slow and punishable, and his forward air has atrocious end lag. Forward air actually does less damage than back air, but is somehow more laggy. It needs to end faster and be auto-cancelable on short hop. And dash attack just doesn't have a purpose. It's obviously designed to punish a rolling opponent, but it comes out far too slow, covers so little distance, and leaves Dedede so unsafe that the risk is just never worth it. Dedede can even make a brilliant prediction and get things right, but because the move has such terrible range and speed, he's gonna eat a lot of damage. And there's more reasons why Dedede can't play offense. Now here the ranges are some of Dedede's best normals. And you'd think that jab with the short range could cover this whole space in front of Dedede, right? Well, no. And we covered this last in the previous video. Jab is incredibly slow and doesn't combo at close range. Sometimes you can even hit opponents with it and they'll be knocked behind you? Ugh. In fact, when you outline the threat range, here's what it looks like. It works at a very narrow window, but is unsafe everywhere else. Simply making the first 2 hits of jab combo a little bit better would change it to this, where it would connect at the critical range where a jab should. And of course, as we said, Dtilt has a terrible hitbox, where it doesn't actually hit anyone close to you. And when we lay that out in terms of a threat range, here's what we get. It whips completely at close range and is unsafe at a distance. That's not the only move with weird hitbox. Up smash actually doesn't hit short or even crouching opponents when they're right in the animation. Then most of the hitbox that works is a weak hit, and almost never can kill opponents. All of this can be very simply fixed. Then as a mere repositioning tool, Inhale does not deserve its terrible speed. Kirby's is much faster, and we don't even get an ability when we use it. Just taking off a chunk of the end lag in this move would make it usable, and would give Dedede an actual usable air mix-up. Now, Jet Hammer. Jet Hammer is almost entirely useless. It has horrible end lag, damages Dedede, and his forward smash actually kills sooner. Let us short hop with it, and be reversed on release in the air just like all other special moves. Now, Gordo. This move needs focusing. Unlike any other projectile, since it's so slow and can be hit back, Dedede assumes a lot of risk every time he uses it. It gets reflected straight back by almost everything else in the game, but it comes out too slowly to use at close range. It can't stop rushdown, and it loses to any kind of keep away projectile that's not Fox's laser. So we propose one of 2 simple fixes. First, speed up the end lag in the move so Dedede can react from it sooner and then reflect it back better. Or increase the reflect ceiling to 4 or 5%, preventing most jabs and easy projectiles from reflecting it. That's it. And these concepts would still completely preserve the idea of Gordo and the fun idea of Gordo Ping Pong. I've done a lot of work with this, and click here to see the video on my whole analysis of the move. Now, with Dedede's difficulty in threatening shields and killing safely, it's pretty obvious that a good kill throw or kill throw follow-up would do a lot towards solving this issue. None of Dedede's throws kill until well over 200%. And yes, other characters have this issue, but that doesn't mean it's not a problem here too. Ganondorf and Marth mains, I feel the pain. Alright, let's move on to the final topic, mobility. So, the fact that Dedede has to rely on reads to get kills isn't necessarily a bad thing, but this is where his mobility issues come into light. Mario, for example, has to get a read to get a kill too, but he has crazy good air and ground mobility and stupid fast and powerful smashes that are very safe to use. And he's not the only one. Meanwhile, other characters can combo into a kill confirm, even with a lot of slower characters, but Dedede has none of this. He can't combo into a kill, nor can he really make a read without very much committing to it. This is why I proposed a buff to Dedede's mobility in the previous video, notably his airspeed, the worst in the game. And we're not talking huge changes here, just a slight nudge to his air, walk, and run speed. And yeah, Dedede has fantastic fastball speed, which helps in some cases, but not very much on the offense or in staying away from opponents. Now, to be clear, safety and speed are not a bad thing at all to give a heavy. Bowser and Donkey Kong both have several fast and safe moves, yet they're clearly not breaking the game. And it wouldn't break Dedede either. He needs to be a bit safer and be able to connect follow-ups more reliably. That's exactly what a small mobility buff would do. If you'd like to see some of the frame data analysis and depth of thought that I went into while making this video, shoot me a message and I'd be happy to send it to you. Now, this is all a result of my personal analysis, experience, and talks with other Dedede mains about the metagame as a whole. I'd love to hear what you think, and most importantly, let's work together, get our voices heard, and make Smash the most fun it has ever been for everyone. This is Soul Train, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.